Hey guys, Dean here from Big Dog Builds. We've got Epic Ram back once again. This is stage 3.5, I think. It's been into the shop a few times since the stage 1 video. In that video it came in, it didn't have a canopy on the back. It looked amazing. We did the 3.25 inch Carly pin top suspension kit with the works. This was the full 3.25 inch coil rear end model, this one. We went with the R2 coils from Carly suspension. We did the radius arms, the torsion sway bar, the weld-on limit straps, high mount, low mount steering stabilizer. This thing got the works and it looked amazing, especially with the Method 304 bronze wheels. So these are 17 8.5 0 offset with the Toyo 37 12.5 17 RT tyre. It was a great looking combo stage 1. It's still a great looking combo where it's at now, and it's ready for the van on the back and hitting some wicked adventures around Australia. I'll give you a full walk around on this one. As you can see, like I said, the bronze Methods, we've gone and color coded some of the badging to match the bronze from Method. So the 304s have got a really nice color to them. 2500 badging up here. We've done some custom paint work to the front Ram badge as well as in the grille there. And the biggest addition to the front end that we can see here compared to that stage 1 video is the front bar setup. So this is a chassis unlimited bumper. It's got the Midnight Rigid Edition cube LED lights inside it. 15k carbon off-road winch with the synthetic rope, the wireless remote control there. So as I said, these are one of our most popular winch brands that we're using. You can simply pop the bonnet if you think you're going to need the winch, turn on your isolator, and then you've got your wireless remote control there for it. Having the Midnight Edition lights inside this one really sets it off. Timmy's actually gone in and done a custom mount for his light bar in the grille here. So another Midnight Edition Rigid Industries light. Being a limited 2500 from AusMV, you've already got the blacked out headlights. So this whole theme of this truck's slightly different to anything else out there. It's definitely one of a kind. Continue around the side. The biggest thing you're going to notice, obviously, being the canopy on the rear end, the roof rack up on top, but the AEV Snorkel as well. So this one hooked up to the factory airbox to suit the 37 inch tyres. Tim's gone and done the diff gears, changed the diff ratio to suit the 37s, transmission upgrades, and soon to be some engine work as well. So that's coming very shortly. Underneath the wheel arch, we've gone and actually installed retrofitted an E-Venture series suspension kit to the Carly pin top setup. So this E-Venture series for the Ram 2500 is coming out now. Pre-orders are open, and I'm going to have the first set in Australia in a few weeks. We did this one a few months ago as a bit of R&D here in Australia. A bit of a combination, so not the full SDI E-Venture shocks, it's just the res mounts installed to the Carly King's pin top. So having the truck of this weight, you're not going to get as much adjustability settings as you would for the normal E-Venture series on a standard weight vehicle, but having in-cab adjustments, loading up the rear shocks, playing around with your roll and pitch and braking, and yeah, the E-Venture series, like we've said in the F-Truck videos, is just nothing else like it. And I look forward to hearing Timmy's feedback with this setup when he has got the van on the back and playing around, tweaking the computer inside the cab and how much adjustment you've got for different surfaces. So some of the feedback I've had from the F-Trucks is when you're in that Baja mode, off-road mode, as soon as you hit that bitumen, it will still roll quite a lot, but playing around with the screen setting, going back to bitumen mode, really firms up those shocks, makes it a lot more comfortable on the road and planted and ready to hit the highway on the trip home. So as you can see up on top, it's got the Big Dog Builds accessory rack. This has got the amber steady side lights, both left and right. It's got the 1.2 meter Telstra Selfie Go combo pack there, the 680mm UHF antenna on the other side from GME. The benefit with the Ram roof rack, some of the Rams have got the sunroofs like this one. You can still operate the sunroof. Timmy has actually mentioned you can reach out and put those aerials up from the driver's seat. Not while you're driving, of course, but yeah, jump out the side there. Nice and easy folding brackets from GME. Pop open the sunroof and get up there on front. And you've got the laser lamp triple R28, so 51 inch laser lamp LED light bar on top. With the laser lamp there, the Rigid Industries in the bar, the cube LED lights, this thing's got light for days. Sticking to the side here as well, as you can see, got the MaxTrax mounts up on top. So the benefit of the Big Dog racks is you've got your T-slot crossbars, so just adding some roll nuts to them. You've got your MaxTrax holders. You could put some solar panels up on top quite easily as well. But yeah, exactly used for that purpose. You've got your LED lights all switched through the Switch Pro as well. as you can see, Timmy's made a pretty epic looking canopy for himself on the back, so he's designed this one up himself. He wanted some custom touches that no one else would do in the market. He added air conditioning to this one for the rooftop tent, as well as the sliding window in the front there, so he can put air conditioning into the cabin of the vehicle for his little dog. Shout out the Turbo. So having the aircon in the cab, if you were to travel out away from the vehicle, knowing that that temperature control in there for the dog's pretty cool. And putting the rooftop tent up and having aircon up in there, it's just nuts. So the way he's integrated the rooftop tent to the canopy, he's even recessed in 600 watt of solar, I believe, up on top, which is massive. So solar panels up on top, charging, I think it's 500 amp of lithium, but I'll bring Timmy in shortly and we'll see the full canopy rundown spec there. But with the canopy weight on the truck, we did have to have it back inside Big Dog Build's workshop. We've played around with the rear suspension on this one. The hardest thing with the 2500 Rams is getting that rear end set up on point. So we've done some custom spring ratios. We've done the airbags next to the coils in the back there, so it's a poly air setup. Remote control from in the cab makes it nice and easy to adjust the pressures in those rear airbags and keeps the rear end sorted. So the other biggest thing there for the rear end with the heavy setup like this is the Jenny hitch combo on the rear, having the adjustability for the tow hitch for your heights there for your different trailers, and then this one's got the twin fuel tank, so it's got the Long Ranger tank in the back, it's got the Titan OEM tank under the front. That's the combo, so the Titan tank's the one that we recommend at Big Dog Builds, being the OEM replacement one. But yeah, how good does this look? Pro Eagle jack on the back, fairly standard setup at the rear here. We'll let Timmy go over what's involved with this one, but after I think about 20,000 Ks now in this one, he's done some wicked trips, and I don't think you could add much else to a Ram 2500. So we'll get a few of these things open, we'll get Timmy over here and we'll get the rundown on the canopy setup and why he chose to build the truck the way he did. Alright, so now that we've got the canopy open, I have noticed a little bit of a theme here, Timmy. The colour coding inside the canopy, the vinyl. What else do we have? Oh, the awning, the awning extrusion as well.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about the colour theme around the whole vehicle.
Probably just being a little bit different, I guess, like not the norm. Wanted something different inside, a bit lighter. Trying to get close to the wheels, and it was either a shade darker or a shade lighter. Thought a shade lighter. Yeah. And then most of the tents are grey, so I thought I'd go sort of a bit of a beige and then bring it into the
Why stop
awning.
there? Yeah. Why stop there?
You can get a powder coated option with Bushwhacker. Obviously it's usually black, but
so being the Aussie made Bushwhacker, all made here in Australia, sort of having that custom touch was what appealed to you.
Yeah, just got it done before it got to them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So they put together, and it if we've got the awning most of the time on the other side, the kitchen side, we've got the awning open and that door up, so it all makes sense. Not very often do we have the awning out without one of the doors open. Yeah. This one only gets open for me beers.
Yeah, so obviously beer fridge on this side, drink fridge on this side. Yep. I can see a little bit of the power there. Just give us a quick rundown. How much battery storage have you got? How much solar's up on the roof?
I've got an underseat aircon in behind this drawer here, which I can engine off aircon the cab for turbo.
Yep, turbo's the dog, of course.
Yep. And then obviously goes up into the tent as well. So to run that is 560 amps of lithium. Yep. Through Manager 30 plus a piggyback DC 50 red arc, and then I've got 480 watts of solar on the roof.
Yeah.
So for me, with the van, it's got a lot of lithium, about 900 in the van with a lot of solar, but if it's hot and a bit overcast, I despise people running generators at a free camp. If you want to run a generator, that's just me personally. If I need to top the van up, I can top it up with this.
Yeah.
And I've got 80 amps of charge with the truck running, and I put about 32 amps of solar into this.
Solar
if
is
it's
one thing that a lot of people are catching on. I was just looking at one of your older vans before we came out to this trip, and how much you went on, what, 5-6 years ago,
yep.
you already had big solar storage.
Yes.
So one
Yep.
thing I see here is the little innovative touch that you've been in the industry, you've toured for many years.
Yes.
And so you're quite experienced. So power and how to replenish the power is a big thing.
So solar and batteries, and it's not about what you can put in with your, I've only got 30 amps of charge here, but the van,
Yeah.
I've got 1400 watts of solar on the roof,
Yeah.
and only a 60 amp charger.
Yeah.
But it's not about when it's full sun, it's about when it's overkill on
Yeah.
the roof when it's full sun,
Yeah.
but when it's overcast,
Yeah.
you're still putting in 60.
Yeah. Gotcha. And
So-
having the vehicle, your vehicle's pretty much set up almost like a generator, so you can go replenish the power in this battery storage
While
and
you're
you can-
touring and checking out all the things through the day,
Yeah,
if you
and then you
need
can
to.
use your 240 volt from your Canopy power
Yes.
to replenish your caravan. But it's pretty cool to be able to do it, eh?
And a 3000 watt inverter in here.
Yeah,
So-
that's awesome.
Got hot water system there, 240 volt hot water system, 160 litres of water on board, ensuite there.
Yeah,
Going from the camper that we've had for 5 years to the caravan,
yeah,
knowing that it's bigger, we're not going to get to the spots we like to get to. We can set up a base camp in the van.
yeah,
And obviously that's where we've gone from the 200 to this,
Yeah.
and it's the ultimate tourer. There's probably plenty of people around that would just take this, but
yeah.
we,
No,
we
that's
can
awesome.
go for a night or two in this, self-sufficient.
Yeah. So having the Timmy touch, obviously I see the Australian flag laser cut into some of the sheet metal there
Yes.
as well. You're a cabinet maker by trade and sort of had that design touch and really knew what you wanted, and I can definitely see that, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So keep it on this side, simple storage, tub there, a couple under tub storages,
Yep.
simple setup. And then yeah, another ladder at the back here if you forgot to take your one with your bushwhacker. I see
Use
you.
that one for the tent. Use the other one to clean the solar panels
Yeah.
regularly.
See your Pro Eagle jack, so is that your 3,000 kilo Pro
Yep.
Eagle?
3 ton.
And then your firewood / jerry can holder on the back there.
Yep. That's the jerry can holder for the toys that
Yeah.
I usually have in there.
So having an epic battery setup, you've got power for days, of course. You can charge both rainy weather as well as in the sun. The next biggest problem I see on the road touring these days, apart from weight and GVM and all of those questions,
Yeah.
is water storage. So you got water on here, you can then top up the caravan on those day trips as well. So how much water on board for here?
160
Yep.
in the truck on its own.
Yeah.
So water out there, water in there. So the same fitting. Take
Yep.
this one out here,
Yeah.
put it in there.
Oh yeah, so use it from both
This
sides.
side,
Yeah.
that's fill. That's
That's
empty.
awesome.
Via
Yeah,
a
cool.
pump. No gravity fed, it's all pumped, but not really worried about power.
Have you got AC in and out, or just out?
In
240.
and out, yep, 240 in if I
needed.
need to.
You try to be off grid as much as possible. You barely see it.
Yeah, usually when
240.
I'm a bit lazy probably, but if I park this in the shed, put the Ks on it touring, drive the D-Max for a daily,
Yep.
park it in the shed, no solar, too lazy to empty the fridge, and it could
Yeah.
have one beer in it or a couple of bottles of water and I'll still leave it running.
That's awesome.
I'd get about 11 days without it, and then
Swinging
just plug
around
it in.
here. This is the epic bar I see.
Yep.
Got the bar mat there. The
Made
Aussie
with
flag
love,
again.
mate.
Made with love. The Fusion stereo on there as well. And then you've got your full kitchen Ensuite.
We've got cold beer on the other side, and then hot coffee of a morning.
Cold
That's
beer,
about
hot
how
coffee.
I live. Good steak on the fire.
Love it.
Go from there. Got a sink. Got another pull-out shelf if you want to
Yeah.
go through with it. Induction cooktop. There, plenty of times. Nothing like leaving early from camp, going to a destination, and throw the bacon and eggs in here, and
Yeah.
pull up an hour down the road and at a sick spot.
Yeah.
Fire up the induction, cook bacon and eggs, have a feed.
Yeah. The good thing
Looking
with
at this.
induction, obviously, is you can pack it away pretty much instantly.
Yep.
So it doesn't
It's
hold the heat.
cold. By the time you've eaten your food too, your pan has cooled down.
Yeah.
Give it a wipe out and
Yeah.
happy days.
Yeah, it's
So
awesome.
didn't want a shelf here because I didn't want it to look messy. So this looks clean at the beach days.
Yep.
But I've got a charging station there, 240 USB, 12 volt accessory,
Yeah.
cutlery drawer,
Throw drone batteries on charge when you pull
Yep,
up.
everything's
nice little
in
thing
there.
They can do that. Yeah, that's
drone
awesome.
fits in there at the back, and a few other bits and pieces, so just more storage. But wanted the cupboard over just a shelf there.
Yeah.
So most days, if I'm not making a copy of a morning, that's it, and it looks nice and clean.
Yeah, that's
It is
awesome.
what I wanted. In the front here, obviously, red vision, more 240. Got the stereo, Fusion stereo, and then the remote controller for the aircon up the top there.
Yeah.
The whole idea of the Fusion stereo is I can get up the beach, it can be windy, it can be whatever, my truck is always shut.
Yeah.
The truck's shut, so I don't have any salt spray or sand or whatever blowing in there all
Yeah.
day, but I've still got music. Who doesn't like cold beers and good tunes?
That's awesome, mate. Well, I think you've definitely nailed it. I can see the custom touches with the powder coat, the fabric even, down to the smallest things.
Yes,
The truck itself, been happy with it so far over the first few thousand Ks?
love it. Like,
Yeah.
I literally love it. Getting out of a 200 series, chop 200 into this, towing the same camper for the first few trips from
Yeah.
the 200, better on fuel.
Yeah.
Feels like a truck if you're driving it just on the thing, but if you put your foot down, it's
Power for
next
days.
level.
Yeah.
The torque is unbelievable for the weight of it. So
And we got a little bit more to come with G&L in the next
yes.
few weeks as well.
Oh,
So.
hanging, proper hanging.
Oh, well done,
proper
mate.
hanging, so.
Look forward to sort of continuing the journey. As you can
Yes.
see, Timmy's built the epic Ram. Really, I can't think of much else that you could get on board. Yeah, well done with the build, mate. Look
Thank
forward
you.
to following the journeys and yeah, keeping in touch, seeing
Yes.
all the trip, mate. Enjoy. You and Ange, all the
Cheers.
best on the road.
Definitely, beers to come.
If you've got a Ram, Ford or Chevy HD build and you want to do something custom like this, we can definitely color code to suit. It's got the custom paintwork, awesome suspension to set up for the weight of the truck. Massive 37-inch tyres did require the diff gear ratio change, so transmission upgrade, diff gears to suit the weight of the vehicle, building it over these multiple stages. Timmy stays local, he lives about an hour away from the shed, so there was a few sort of tweaks that were needed to the suspension. Of course, we went from the pin top kit to the E-Venture, but going and changing up, upgrading the little bits and pieces as you go, going away on those trips, coming back, not just shooting to the other side of Australia straight away on these bigger builds like this is definitely recommended. And look forward to bringing you the next epic Ford, epic Ram, epic Chevy. Thanks, guys.